Up for debate this week is the Autobiography by none other than Slash himself. Of course, Slash is from Guns N' Roses, one of the most, quote, controversial bands in rock and roll history. In the mid-90s, Slash left the band after getting frustrated about the lack of progress for the group's next album, The Chinese Democracy, which would not actually hit the shelves until 2009. 15 years later after he left, Slash was involved in various post-GNR bands such as Slash's Snakespit and Velvet Revolver. This is his tell-all autobiography.
5-minute book review. Today we are taking a look at Slash by Slash and Anthony Bozza. Hear he's good, like whatever else he's written. Never heard of him before. Okay, Slash, really excited to read this book. Of course, Slash was famous back in the 80s when he was one of the main members of the original lineup of Guns N' Roses, or as I like to refer to them, Axl Rose and Filler. Oh yes, he replaced his entire band. Didn't make much of a difference. I saw him in 2006, probably better than the original lineup. Oh yeah, I said that, it's true. New Guns N' Roses, better than the old Guns N' Roses. Anyways, really excited about this book. Wanted to hear about how Slash, just mixed with Axl Rose and how really truly crazy Axl Rose was, and he doesn't give it to you. He doesn't deliver. I want to hear crazy Axl Rose stories. He's like one of those annoying bosses who has to say something negative before he says something positive or vice versa, It's like, Axl Rose was crazy, but he was also the greatest frontman ever. Axl Rose did this, which I didn't like, but I really liked when he turned around and did this. It's kind of a cop-out. Really disappointed in the lack of Axl Rose crazy stories. Ian!
Yeah. I got a number one disagree. I don't think the current lineup of Guns N' Roses is better than the original. That's moderately insane. I gotta say that reading this book, I can't disagree with you on the book, though. I expected more of Axl Rose is insane, because Axl Rose is insane. I expect more of Slash being honest and brutal. He's known for that. I've seen dozens of interviews with him where he's sitting there smoking through the interview, telling the interview himself. I expected that in this book. This was one of the more docile things I've read in a while. I expected to hear more brutal honesty than, paper-covered honesty. It's not legit. It's not like this is something that is going to blow the doors off of Guns N' Roses history. It talks about how this is Guns N' Roses from the inside. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's still Guns N' Roses from an outside perspective. It's not something new or different to me.
Disagree with Ian there. This book does prove that the band is 100% the lead singer. Sorry, it's the truth. Throwing that back, though, the one annoying thing I found about this book is that Slash spends the first half, the exact half, writing from a thesaurus. He's using giant words like, oh, this harmony discombobulated me to the extent of parallel universes crashing together with pi repeating, and then it just drops, because I think he had a deadline or something. So he logs off of dictionary.com and writes the rest normal. Thank goodness.
I think the alternative might be he either got more drunk or sobered up as he was writing it. It's really hard to say. I don't think Axl Rose might be the fuel. He might be maybe he's the fire on stage, but you're also looking at the reason why the whole thing collapsed. He's intense, but again, regardless of what you think of current versus old Guns N' Roses, this book is not as intense as it should be. It doesn't reflect, I don't feel like it reflects any of the realities of the band behind the scenes or in front of the camera. That's just the way I feel.
In 2006, Rexall Place, Edmonton, best concert I've ever seen. No secret, I'm a big Guns N' Roses fan, big Axl Rose fan. Ian, come on. New lineup, just as strong. What has Slash done? Ian? Talk to me.
Velvet Revolver?
Oh.
Are you serious?
Is that still around? No, it's not.
Well, I guess if you want to take the 8 copies of the new Guns N' Roses album that actually sold in North America compared to the millions of copies that Velvet Revolver sold, you're right. I guess Axl Rose has done a lot, if a lot is nothing.
I'm not going to sit here and try to say that Chinese Democracy is, Pearl Jam's 10 or anything like that, or good. It was passable, but come on, Slash, as a book, total cop-out. Like I said in the intro, says one thing bad, then immediately one thing good, and then at parts he's like, I'm the only person who gets to bash Axl Rose. That's actually what he told a fan who was like, man, I bet you're happy to be gone with Axl Rose. I'm the only person who gets to bash Axl Rose. Come on. But all in all, Ian, good book?
Good book.
Yes, read it, yes, no?
Read it.
Read it.